There are no typical days for a nurse. Each shift can be exhausting or full of energy. These nurses see their patients at their strongest and weakest moments. I'm going to explain how dedicated and compassionate nurses truly are. Even though I am not a registered nurse yet, I have spent many hours conducting research and learning the steps for this career path. Having access to testimonials from current nurses have been extremely motivational. First, I will discuss a few responsibilities that are required of a nurse. Secondly, I will describe the time they devote. Finally, I will explain the sacrifices they make by putting their patients first. To start off, I will explain the responsibilities of a nurse. Their first priority when arriving at the hospital is to find out exactly how many patients they will be attending and reviewing over outpatient medical records. Once this has been done, they will create a schedule according to the doctors and examine particular tests that will be administered that day to certain patients. Vitals are taken daily as they make their rounds to each individual. Aside from collecting and recording these patients' data, nurses are found fetching extra blankets, clothes, or whatever they need. After these tasks have been completed, part of this daily routine is to record all of the assessments onto the computer. When examining the tests, they are to be given particular patients. The nurse will work side by side with the doctor. There are times that an emergency can arise, and this will prevent this flow from occurring properly. As these emergencies occur, nurses begin to divide their time from their normal routine and assist in the current situation. Now I will begin to describe the time nurses devote and how it is beneficial. It is not uncommon for an RN to accumulate at least 40 hours a week when working at the hospital. Despite these long hours, many nurses prefer to work 3 shifts and have 4 days off. One of the advantages to working 12-hour shifts is having a shortened work week. These 4 days off allow them to still have a personal life and time with their family. Having the ability to have a flexible work schedule creates a balanced work life. Shifts are compiled together so that these nurses have a greater amount of time to relax. This time gives them the opportunity to spend quality time with their family or extracurricular activities or perform volunteer work. Concluding, I will explain the sacrifices nurses make by devoting so much time to work. Even though working a flexible schedule, such as 3 days on and 4 days off, appears glorious, there are downfalls. If there was one aspect that you would lose being a nurse, it would be sleep. After working a 12-hour shift, usually the next day is found catching up on sleep just in order to repeat the process all over again. While many nurses balance a work and family life, they're not always able to attend every school function, activity, or sports game that the children might have. Even though working 3 days in a row is tough, this is where having 4 days off is beneficial, allowing them to have some family time. Studies have shown that the length of shifts can lead to serious health risks. According to the 2015 Rotating Night Shift Work Can Be Hazardous to Your Health article posted on Science Daily by Elsevier, states that in 2017, the World Health Organization classified the night shift work as a probable carcinogen due to circadian rhythm disruption. While night shift can be damaging to your health, rotating shifts can be even worse. As stated in the 2017 The Pros and Cons to Working Only 3 Days a Week article by Kathleen Colduville, that according to the Cleveland Clinic, night shift and rotating shift workers can experience shift work sleep disorder, which is characterized by fatigue, difficult sleeping, headache, and trouble concentrating. Not only do nurses have to uphold numerous responsibilities all at once, but they also have to devote endless hours and put their own health at risk for the sake of their patients. In conclusion, my intent was to share the responsibilities that these nurses uphold when devoting 12 hours every single day and the sacrifices they make by putting their patients first. Always remember to give a quick thank you to your fellow nurses as they wake up every single day to devote at least 12 hours of their day. They put their patients first while being sleep deprived and sacrificing quality time with their families.